When 2007 rolled along, you'd already been a top 10 player. You'd had something like 20 professional victories. But what inkling did you have that you would soon win 3 major tournaments in just 13 months?
Obviously it was a lot in 13 months, but I expected to win majors. I think in 2006 at Winged Foot, in 2002 at Muirfield Village, or sorry, not Muirfield, Muirfield in Scotland for the Open, I had a genuine chance of winning. I played probably close to the best tee to green golf I've ever played for the week, and I felt afterwards that I could play well enough to win a major, but I kind of felt at that stage that the game I played was, that particular week was a little bit, how would I put this? It was like I'd peaked. I didn't think it was within my control. I thought I just had a great week. Whereas I had a great chance in 2006 at the US Open in Winged Foot. I had 3 pars to win. Very few people know that. It was the one Monty missed the green in the last and Phil messed up down the last. Jeff Ogilvie won it. I had 3 pars to win that one, and I played really well, played within myself, very much under my control, and I knew after that I would win major tournaments because I could predict somewhat my form going into it and really peak for those events. So I knew it was a matter of time, and I obviously got it right at 2007 in Carnoustie, and got it right again in 2008 Birkdale. 2008 winning in Oakland Hills, coming so quick after Birkdale, was a bit hit and miss, I've got to say. I got badly dehydrated during the week and lost a lot of my coordination and hit some bad shots. And after hitting the bad shots, while I recovered nicely on the weekend, I was still very mentally fragile for those last 2 rounds. I didn't have very much confidence. So that was really, the 3 major wins were distinctly different. In Carnoustie, I played very nice golf. Obviously, got a good break to get into the playoff. Birkdale, I played the best golf of the week. I played solid golf. You know, I was the favourite going into the last round. I delivered. I had the ball under control. And then Oakland Hills, I just stole it. Just absolutely robbed it, which is, you know, probably the most enjoyable part about it was to, you know, even though I was playing great going into it, I hit some ugly shots that week and just managed to find a way to win that tournament.
It all started for you at the 2007 Open Championship at Carnoustie. What were you thinking when you went into the final round trailing Sergio Garcia by 6 shots?
Yeah, the disappointing thing there was I played well for the first 3 days, you know, and just things didn't happen. And you know, I knew the game was in good shape. Came out on the Sunday and, you know, warmed up nicely and went out and I hit the golf ball. My caddy still says it's the best he's ever seen me hit it to this day. I hit it phenomenal all day. Just right out of the middle of the club face, hit great shots all day. I knew with my caddy there was one key moment. There's the 14th hole there. It's a reachable par 5, but you can play it safely off the tee and leave yourself a long shot to the green, which, you know, you can hit it on the green, you've got a difficult 2-putt, or you can hit driver, be a bit more aggressive and you know, hit a shorter shot in, maybe give yourself a chance of making eagle. And I told my caddy before we went out, I picked that point, I said, you know, when we get to the 14th hole, you have to choose the club I'm going to hit. If I'm in contention, we're going to hit 5-wood off the tee and lay up at the bunkers and go for making birdie. And if I'm not in contention, or if I'm chasing hard at that stage, we're going to hit driver and try and make eagle. And when he handed me I knew I was playing well and I knew there was a buzz, but when he handed me the 5-wood, it was quite nerve-wracking because I knew I was right in the tournament, that it wasn't a question of me chasing. It was a question of, you know, I was right there in the lead or thereabouts. The interesting thing is I hit the 5-wood, I pushed it a little bit, straight at the right-hand bunker, and it came up short of it, which is why we hit the 5-wood, is to leave ourselves short of it. I hit a 4-iron and hold the putt for eagle anyway. So it's amazing how these things work out. They don't always go to plan. But yeah, I hit it well that day, played great. Obviously put myself in a fantastic position coming down the last. I think I had a 1-shot lead coming down the last. Feeling awesome about my game. I hadn't missed a shot. I'd just come off missing. I think I missed a 5-foot for birdie on 16. stood up in the 18th tee, very, very confident, and you know, in the middle of my backswing, second guessed myself and hit a really poor shot. I felt really bad about it, but I kind of walked off and says, well, everybody can hit a bad shot, not the end of the world. And I had a difficult third shot after dropping out a hazard, and I played that badly, and I felt awful after playing that badly, because, you know, having hit a bad tee shot, you know, that happens. Backing it up with even though the second shot was incredibly difficult, I really did hit a bad shot, and I just completely felt like I choked and really, really felt bad. But thankfully, my caddy did his job. He talked me around, and by the time I hit my fifth shot, I was right back in the zone, and I had a beautiful little pitch in there to about 6 feet, and found a way to get it in the hole. And to be honest, once I'd done that, I never looked back. I was going to win that title no matter what.
In all the major tournament victories that you had, you came from behind. How was it that you were able to develop that skill?
29 times finishing second. That's why I won 3 majors. You know, at the end of the day, when you get yourself in contention, like 29 times finished second, I'd also won 20 events, so it wasn't like I wasn't winning. But the key to learning how to win is getting yourself in that position as often as possible, and being able to read the situation, being able to read when you need to go for it, when you need to hang back, when you need to, you know, I'll stand and, you know, you could be coming down the stretch and there could be a guy leading the tournament and I'll ignore him. I think he ain't going to win. And then there could be another guy who I'd really be keeping an eye on, thinking, I know this guy's going to hang around. So that takes experience. You know, like as I said, going back to the 2006 US Open, at Winged Foot, I thought I needed 3 pars to win, and I did need 3 pars to win. But when I made a bogey, all of a sudden I was thinking I needed birdies, but no, 2 more pars and I would have been in a playoff. So, you know, you just overestimate. I did at Muirfield Village as well, or not at Muirfield in 2002. You overestimate your opposition quite a lot coming down the stretch. You have to be very wary of your expectations of others. So really, my 3 major wins are totally as a result of my learning experiences over the previous 12 years.